Welcome back, everyone, to the ESL ESEA Pro League. We are about to move into our Game 3 of the day. It is, of course, going to be HellRaisers once again, this time up against PENTA, and it's going to be on Mirage.
Yeah, let's see how this one works out. HellRaisers were solid against Dignitas in the last matchup, 16-5. It was a bit of a whooping, something that we weren't expecting. The HellRaisers guys haven't heard yet, but they're all playing with the same ping once again, so we'll see whether they are absolutely in a LAN center, whether they're still in Stockholm, where they're all sitting, I don't know. Dozier's the only guy that's got a different ping to them when it's only 10 milliseconds higher, but they're all on 28 ping, which tells me they must be in Stockholm still, I'm pretty certain. Unless this server's really good for them, but I mean, Jesus, Stavros and Strux are on like negative 10 ping. Negative ping?
Negative 10. They are ahead of the curve. They are on negative ping.
They're better than that. They're on 8 and 10 ping is what I meant. They're under 10 ping. Negative 10. I don't know how
negative 10 ping.
Complete.
And minus 10. They are 10 milliseconds ahead of everyone.
Too many energy drinks going on in here right now. My head's rattling around. Anyway, yeah, PENTA HellRaisers on Mirage. Got to give it, obviously, PENTA coming into this one. Rank underdogs. They've only won 2 maps, 2 games in the entire league so far. They're 2-12 or something crazy like that. Obviously, they were one of the teams that were formed at the very beginning of the ESL ESEA Pro League, literally on day 1. And actually, they won their first match on that day 1 against Mouse. So they've only won 1 since then in the last 6 weeks in this league. However, outside of the Pro League, they've started to pick up results. So maybe things are starting to slowly develop for PENTA. But unfortunately for them, they're against HellRaisers, who have gone and won games in, I think it's Star Ladder. They've already beaten players. In fact, I'm going to double check on this one. They've already won basically 3 or 4 games today already. They're on a bit of a tear, so this could be a great day for HellRaisers. Well,
I mean, it's already started out well for them in the Pro League, certainly. I mean, they won that first game that we just saw a little bit earlier on, 16-5 against Dignitas on Cash. They're going to be taking on PENTA now on Mirage. They'll also be facing PENTA again as our final game of the day on Cash. And I mean, if they win those 3 games at the start of today, they were 5 and 6. They're now 6 and 6. Yeah. And then they could actually be pretty far up the table then at that point. They could move into
7th place, yeah, 8 and 6. If they can go all that way. That's a long way to go still. But 2 games against PENTA is absolutely doable, especially when they've already been Flipside. They've already been Dignitas tonight. So, as I said, they've already picked up a couple of great results. Obviously, in between this one will be the TSM NIP game, but I'm not too sure what to make of that one at the moment, but that's going ahead of ourselves.
Ninjas in pajamas, yeah, losing 61 to Flipside earlier on today.
What the hell happened there?
And that's a Flipside, by the way.
It was on train.
It was on train. A 14-1 CT side out of Flipside there. And Flipside, by the way, have a standing since Bondit can't play.
But they just went 16-13 with Fnatic on train and then lose 16-1. A bit of a weird result, I'll tell you what. Anyone that had some skins on that one's not going to be too happy.
Rip skins.
Rip.
Rip, please.
That's for sure.
But we are still waiting here. PENTA were, in fact, complete.
They're down to 8 now. What's just happened?
Yeah, Crystal and Tabson are, for whatever reason, spectating for a while. So I guess they're not fully ready to kick this one off, although Crystal has just rejoined in there. So should be able to get this one started. As I said, we've still got 3 more games to go today. This PENTA versus HellRaisers clash. Then we'll move into TSM versus NIP, which should be, on paper, is the game of the day. However, we'll have to see.
We said that with Virtus Pro Navi earlier on today.
That is certainly true.
We're not having good games today, I've got to be honest. They've been pretty naff. Yeah, pretty naff so far. HellRaisers are already 2-0 up against PENTA, by the way, in, I think it was Star Ladder they played, yeah. That was Cash and Inferno. They will be playing on Cash again later on tonight. That will be the final game of the night. So HellRaisers are big favourites coming into this one. We'll see how it works out as the knife round gets underway.
Woohoo! So we are into it then. Let's figure out who gets to start on that coveted CT side. So far, looking pretty damn decent for HellRaisers. Actually, they in their early game today, they took both pistols against Dignitas and actually did lose a 2nd round. But there we see 5 kills and no deaths for HellRaisers in the knife. They pretty much just destroyed that one.
So I've just heard from Vladislava that they are actually, this is HellRaisers, are all in the office together. So they're all together effectively in a LAN situation. So in a gaming house, the office, whichever you prefer to call it, which is a big, big deal. Because Mo, actually, I've been told to call him M-O-E, effectively calling him the same as Mo in America. But the big thing for this is the fact that he's been playing with 120 ping in some of these games, which for an AWPer is a really crazy situation. But now he's on, what, 20, 30 ping with the rest of his team? This is actually a really big deal for HellRaisers. They could pick up some really big results if they can keep in this situation.
Well, a bit of a crazy start to this one, actually. Frags going off left, right, and center. Two of them, though, fall into HellRaisers. So, starting here on this CT side, looking very good. There's another one for Mo as he takes down Strux. And now just Stavros and Crystal left alive with all kinds of work to do. Burstfire jumping headshot there with the Glock, and he gets another one onto Dozy, and all of a sudden it's down to 1v1, but Adram will finish off there from a distance, and that will be HellRaisers winning another pistol round here today. 3 out of 3 so far in the ESL ESEA Pro League.
Easy for you to say, mate. The Observer's got the same GoTV bug I just had. I just had to reconnect as well. So it's like, unfortunately, we can't show you the minimap, but it doesn't matter. At least we know what's going on. And of course, HellRaisers as well. Can they keep hold of this one? They lost to a pistol round against Dignitas. Whatever good that did Dignitas, but nonetheless, second round kind of fell apart for them. This time around, Dozier with that MP9 is going to keep Stavros and Crystal at bay. But that's where the bomb is in play. Trouble is trying to cause himself problems down in the underpass. But Mo's not falling for that one. Angel will find one. That's going to be Crystal as he tried to push. So these B apartments are covered off, and Penta are kind of running headlong into HellRaisers here already.
I think you had to stop yourself saying trouble, causing some trouble.
You noticed that one. I'm glad you noticed that one.
I noticed that one. There we go. There's a push finally coming in from Dozier. Border waiting there in that B-bomb site. Gets 2. Should be getting 3 and 4. No, gets shut down there by Tabson. So 2 men alive. One with an MP9 one with a P250.
Kuchera is not hanging around. They're going around the back of him. Tabson's going to have to find this one. Strux will peek, but he's going straight into a P90. And that is going to be another easy pickup. HellRaisers solidifying a solid second round. They could go on a tear in this game, I think.
Honestly, I mean, on paper, they certainly are the favourites for this one, especially considering form. They've already kicked things off here in other leagues tonight, winning games, and they've had, of course, that victory 16-5 against Dignitas on cash just before this one, so really are on a tear. As you mentioned, I mean, we've almost got to treat this one as a best of 2, really, because they are playing again. Obviously, TSM versus NIP will be in between, so it's kind of a best of 2 with a break in between for HellRaisers and Penta. But if HellRaisers want to move up the league, this is the kind of game you absolutely have to win.
Here they go. Set smokes going out. They have only got on an eco, but it is a set plan towards A side. Unfortunately for them, Kucha with the P90 is close by, and they just mow them down. Strux the only man standing in Palace, and he's just going to walk straight into Angel's crosshairs. And just another one-man loss there. HellRaisers, a very easy 3-0. But here we go, Penta. They're going to get themselves the AKs. This is the round. Let's see what they can do against it, because, well, Mo has got himself an AWP in the mid.
Yeah, going to be moving straight off to window. Crystal does have one as well, though, so we'll see if they go for these peaks. Actually, Crystal spawned there pretty decent, but looks like he might want to sit back and be defensive of this one. Doesn't want to challenge Mo. That's an interesting early smoke out, to be honest. We see a bit of grenade damage lands in there. Stavros did take down Angel. They're just going to try and edge their way past this smoke, and actually will grenade Mo out of position, so he's actually going to struggle a little bit there. Well, it also means there's no shot for Crystal to take, but they've got the initial kill, so starting off this round well.
Okay, so Mo's rotated. He's gone onto himself onto Van B. Looks like he might even go around to short. Doji's gone on a complete rotation with him, a switch with him. Look at Mo. Mo's going aggressive here, and he may well find it's Stavros that's just around that corner. And he's going straight into it. Stavros going to come out on top. That's left B exposed. Dozier and Kucha on the rotate. They're coming from kitchen, but they've already caught a glimpse of Stavros. Stavros inside. This could be a big moment. And it's actually drawing the attention of HellRaisers. Adrian moved himself into window as well, but the bomb isn't there right now. Troubly's got the bomb, and he's making the big rotate all the way around the back to A site.
Nice little fake on this one.
They
pulled Dozier out there. He spotted him. I was going to say he can see his leg. I'm not sure why he wasn't shooting there. Decided to go for it. Reloaded out in the open, and Stavros takes him out. So Stavros 1 versus 4 with 70 HP. If he pulls this one off, I don't know what I'll do.
I'll tell you what.
I'm done making bets like that. And Adrian is going to peek, does get the second, but still 2 more to find. As you mentioned, 1 is going to be coming in behind him. Will tag up Troubley, but Strux is going to come right in from that backside. The Tech-9 running through, and it is Troubley that will finish that one off, and Penta win the first gun round.
Yeah, Strux's rotate around the back was what put him in trouble. I think he realised the situation, knew he had to speed things up a little bit there. So, big play from Stavros, you can see on the board what that means for him. 7 kills, more than the rest of his entire team. Stepping up well there. Questionable maybe from Mo there. Maybe going a little too aggressive, knowing that they were into the rifle round. I'm not too sure, but a double AWP answer coming out of HellRaisers. Angel and Mo both going for this one. Angel's going to take one of the AWPs over towards B, whereas Mo's holding the second one right in front of Tabson.
What was that smoke? I'm not sure it was supposed to go there, to be honest. I'm
pretty certain it wasn't.
Oh, there is Mo. And that smoke that should have actually covered Crystal off, I think that's what he was meant. We saw it in the last round from him as well. Not in position. And that means that Mo can open up the frag in here for HellRaisers. Troubley already pushed up, though, inside the connector. So he might cause them a few issues once his smoke does clear out. But he's kind of out in the open there. Will finally spot one. Does a bit of damage to Adrian, or to Angel, I think it was. He's down to 15 HP. And then we'll back off into middle. So not really making up any ground. And here is Angel holding a sliver there down towards those B-hats. Misses the shot, and he's going to die.
Well, that was a shot that he should have landed. He had that palm perfectly lined up. Kucha and Dozier are going to make the cross. Dozier's coming from short, Kucha from window. Stavros already in it. Bench show should cover this one off. Will get a lucky headshot onto Kucha, I feel, towards the end there, because he definitely dragged his crosshairs across him. But looks like Mo's going to have to go for the save, and this is going to be a tricky save. I think then we're going to hunt him down. Trouble is the one that's going looking. Knows he's going to be made the big rotate around CT spawn, but Mo's got the better position now. He should be able to catch one out, caught a glimpse, but he's not expecting Trouble up close in jungle. They should be able to close him round. Yes, he will. Finds the shot there, and Penta get themselves a second round on the board, and HellRaisers has committed everything to that round. That means they're going to have to go for a eco, and they've kind of put themselves in trouble here, I feel.
Yeah, and I thought that was actually going to be going their way after that opening kill there from Mo.
That's twice at Apartments with the AWP. They've gone kind of a little too aggressive and got caught out by them.
Yeah.
And Penta obviously having great success there, but they're going to make themselves an A play, a fast A play this time around, and HellRaisers not in position for this.
Well, Kucha will be hiding in dark here. Let's see if he can catch him by surprise. Will give his position away, and then he's finished off. However, Adrian doing good work here with the CZ. Will actually find himself a second and a third there. Brilliant hold play from Adrian. It's now a 2-on-2. There are weapons to be had, but getting to them might be a different story. There's Dozier by the ticket booth as well, so let's see if he can make a play. But for now, Penta playing this one a little bit scared. I don't think they realize that Dozier's going to be here. He's going to wait for the plant, and then he's going to peek around the corner. There is the peek. Can he get the kill? No, not quite. Does manage to get Strux low, but here is Angel sneaking on through. Going to catch, caught Strux out, but Troubley, luckily for Strux, was holding the angle there, and that will be Penta's third of the round. Tying us up here. As far as eco rounds go, it wasn't half bad, though, for HellRaisers.
Yeah, not bad at all, really. It was Adrian that made the damage, wasn't it, with a triple kill. Just holding off at double box, but so really well played by him. But they have got themselves back on the M4s. It is going to be Crystal with the AWP once again. Yet to make a dent, though, in this game with this AWP. We'll see if he manages to get some shots in there, because it's been Stavros that's been playing absolutely magnificently. Mo expecting and spraying through. Gets tagged up by a couple of shots through smoke. Angel covering him off, but Troubley coming through the underpass is going to catch a glimpse. That grenade is going to be on point, and we'll take him down to 29. Mo's going to have to back away from that duel, and Stavros once again has taken Dozier down. He's completely carved open B side all on his own. Just needs the rest of his team to come around and support.
Yeah, again, a pretty much Lone Ranger, if you like, over towards his B side. Tries to get Angel. Almost had him there as well. But that's 2 kills now this round for Angel. And that means that they can finally lock this B site off once again. Adrian has gone down. And Penta playing a bit of a free-for-all style here. Tabson should have done better there. He saw the barrel peeking out. Strux will reply. And we're down to a 2-on-2.
Yeah, Strux has managed to find that one. Yeah, like you said, that was a really weird one. He saw the barrel very early on. For some reason, didn't land it. And that's unusual for Tabson. He's normally very much on point here. Angel and Mo the last two. Mo precariously pushing on this one. Strux holding the angle. Angel, Crystal, sorry, will get the bomb plant down in a moment. That grenade actually will bounce around. Not going to quite catch on Crystal. Hasn't got the legs on it, but managed to get a very strong tag on him. He will get followed off by Angel through jungle. If Strux isn't careful, he's just going to walk straight into him. That's a round that Penta, I feel, should have won. I don't understand why they didn't back up Stavros. Stavros had carved open B site again and had no support whatsoever. The rest of the team, obviously, they'd already made the decision they were going A, and will rotate. They were miles away from him, and he completely got it open.
Yeah, and I think that's just showing that Penta right now, maybe communication-wise, not on point. But, I don't know, just a very weird round for me. As I said, a very free-for-all kind of style. But that's fine at the start of the round, but if you get your picks, you've got to make a move after that. There is a peek from Tabson. He knows that Mo's going to be there. I thought they were going to peek him again. Finally, they do put a smoke down. There'll be a flash down towards underpass there as well.
So, Mo's not really getting much support from Kuchar. I was about to say down the connector. It's normally, you'd see him, he's like, okay, they're coming from underpass, got a guy in connector covering me off. But instead, they're getting a free chance to come through underpass and getting free shots in him. Mo's having to back away every single time. And then nobody comes and supports him in connector. Like, he's trying to make the rotate, but Kuchar again taken out by Stairs. Strux single-handedly coming in. Stavros once again just running in, getting himself yet another kill. This is starting to become a real tricky situation for HellRaisers that they're kind of pulling themselves into.
Oh, Adrian there, spotting trouble, but it was too late. Shots already coming in. It's now 4-on-2, but time's ticking for Penta. And there is Mo picking off one. So that means that this A-bomb site now is going to be a little scarier to start pushing. However, they have killed off Mo, so it's all now on Dozier. What can he do? He's surely heard Stavros there. Will take him down. Nice little Molotov will burn there from jungle, which makes it harder for him to push in. Dozier actually just going to switch out there to the AK. You see Strux playing inside a palace. He's got a flash prepared for when he hears Dozier. There is the molly out. What's he going to go for? Strux just crossing over there. Will have spotted Dozier, and there's the shot from the side. They covered that one off perfectly. It's always going to be very hard for Dozier to get in there with the positions that Penta are holding. So they bring it right back. 4-4 also means that they've basically bankrupt HellRaisers at this point.
Rounds back and forth puts them in a horrible situation. Then they're going to have to go for a bit of a save here. Let's see if they try anything special with it, whether they try and catch Penta napping maybe up mid. We're going to see Angel going that way. They are going to three-man stack over A. Mo's going to be the man that will peek window, and Angel's the sole man over at B. And that's where the bomb's going right now. Stavros in hand. Looks like it's going to make its way underpass. Kuchar, you can see, gone aggressive, but there's nobody here. Nobody anywhere near A site. They are all over, effectively in the apartments. Penta are really playing this very strangely right now, honestly. They've got to realize they've bankrupted HellRaisers, but they just don't want to get caught out. All 5 of them are clumped up. Looks like they're going to make the rush. Yeah, it's going to be a quick B play. Angel's in trouble. Mo's going to come in support. Dozier and Adrian are rotating. They're in position to stop this one, you know. This might work out for them.
Done a lot of damage here. A couple of grenades could knock Penta flying.
They're coming behind them.
And here we go. Push from behind. Oh, wow. Troubly. You can't miss that kind of shot. As I said, nades would be needed, but there are no grenades here for HellRaisers. And now Crystal's got himself up by Van. That is Adrian going down, surely. Yeah, it's Stavros from the side with the Galil to finish that one. And Penta take the lead here.
They delayed and were so slow and obvious that obviously I think it was Kuchar we saw pushing through Palace, and then they pushed had a little glimpse of Ram. There's like, there is nobody on A site. They're either in mid. Well, they know they weren't in mid because Mo was looking at mid, so it made it obvious that they're there. They put themselves in a risky situation playing it so slow there that they could have easily been caught out and B, and that could have gone a very different way. We saw how low the hit points were, but as it was, Penta do get themselves that 5th round on the board, and Again, we're back to rifles or FAMASs for HellRaisers because they're still struggling a little bit for money here. But we also see the Galil for Stavros, so it's like back and forward. Penta have just been gaining this mid-control with ease every single round as well. HellRaisers struggling off. This time Angel's aggression will get paid off and Stavros will go down. He's been one of the opening fraggers every time, but Crystal's already got a great shot. He just tagged out of it, didn't he? Just unscoped at the wrong moment.
Yeah, I guess he felt, all right, there's nobody there at this point. He's going to peek here towards window. Somehow gets the better of Mo, who knocked him down to 20 HP. Well, a frag is a frag at this point, and we're now in a 4-on-4. Dozier low. Well, Tabson and Crystal low there as well, as Adrian will fall down. That leaves Strux now with just 20 health. But again, no grenades to get the job done here for HellRaisers. And Tabson will find Dozier. And again, it's just back and forth, back and forth. Angel, last man alive. Actually, 3 men here who've not got 100 health between them. This is possible for Angel.
It's possible, but he's got to start off well.
The crouch.
The crouch from Tabson was what deceived him. 6-4, Penta getting themselves an impressive start on the T side here. HellRaisers, after their performance a moment ago against Dignitas and their performance earlier versus Flipside, you would have put a lot of money on them taking a simple victory here, but they are making it very hard for themselves. And once again, they're in this eco situation where Penta could just punish them and make it 7 very good rounds on the T side. And when effectively CT halved map, this is going to be a real tricky game for HellRaisers in a game that we thought was, on paper, their easiest of the night.
Yeah, certainly, and 2 of them at that as well. I mean, as we said, they're playing Cash later on. This eco is going, no doubt, the way of Penta. Only Kusha left alive with a CZ, and he's already had his position given away. Tabson will take him down, and that is 7 rounds to 4. And honestly, still a fair way to go in this first round, only at round 12 now. So Penta could go in with a lead, and even a sizable lead from this first half.
Yeah, 9-4 for Strux so far, so not a lot of deaths going Penta's way, and you can see the money starting to take its toll. HellRaisers have just about got themselves a bye, but there's 2 glass cannon orbs, Kucha and Mo. And they're both going to get on the mid. They're both going to get a sight on it, but again, that singular smoke, which has become almost commonplace now, has completely put them out of sorts. Angel gets a little peek, tries a couple of shots, but they're going to try and get a little boost into window here. Mo, luckily, is not there. Adrian this time has got himself in that position in connector, but again, we see Stavros making that opening frag, and so often this is happening, it's putting HellRaisers on the back foot immediately at the start of rounds.
2 men down here for HellRaisers. Strux, again, just
in the open,
seemingly walked out onto this. How did...
A free shot!
How did he miss that? Yeah, luckily he gets the second one, which was about 1,000,000 times harder there. There is Dozier coming around the back as well. Tabson running with his knife out, but Dozier's going to walk into trouble. And again, the kills going left, right, and center. Even at this point, at 2 versus 2, it's the 2 AWPs. There's a burning room which won't actually catch him out. In fact, Crystal will just, walk into his own fire there. Lose a couple of free health points.
In a great position there to catch Troubley out here. Troubley's going to push through that window, and he's going straight into the crosshairs. It's all a matter of timing. Crystal was coming up behind him, does get the kill, but now the position is known. It's straight one-on-one. Mo's going to have effectively positional advantage because he's going to be able to catch him. Crystal's got to go into the window to get this bomb. Oh, Mo missed the shot. That is crucial. And now Crystal has a huge advantage over him, but he just pulls out a quick scope, and Mo saves the day for HellRaisers.
That was an incredibly risky round there. You see, even though they've won it, they've not got a lot of money to spend here whatsoever, HellRaisers. And that was an expensive one for them. Double AWP setup. If they'd have lost that one, they would have been absolutely screwed for these next couple of rounds. As it happens, they're scraping together here. Adrian actually going just with the CZ. There's 2 FAMASs in there. Mo again will be glass cannon, so no armor for him to work with. And there is the shot straight away, and it's working out for them. Meanwhile, Angel taking down both Troubley and Tabson. And this round, starting out like none before for HellRaisers, but let's not call it too early. As Stavros gets 1, Strux is going to get a second. It's now 3-on-2.
This duo is working well. Stavros is pushing through. Is he going to find Mo? Mo's on very low health. He will. Mo, while he did get the kill on towards Crystal, was hit by the grenade, so damage was done. Stavros could pull off something special, but instead he's going to run into Angel headlong at short, so they get themselves a 6th round on the board. Best they can hope for is an 8-7, and again, just like previous rounds, while they picked up the win, HellRaisers, in that round, it's cost them a lot of money. They lost a lot of rifles. They can afford to buy up this time around. Dozier is not going to be able to get himself a rifle. Yes, he is. It's had an AK handed off to him, so he's all fine.
Yeah, and that's the danger when these rounds are so close. I mean, I don't think we've really seen many rounds where either side's finished with 5 men still alive. I actually doubt whether that has even happened once. And that means that you're paying almost every single round 3 or 4 rifles. And yeah, Stavros, we've seen him on A site, we've seen him on B site, opening things up there. Forcing rotations in the backside from HellRaisers. It's Mo that's actually gone over towards B. Strux is again going to be trying to probe through Palace and over towards A. But let's see, they've done this often, Penta. Get that opening kill, but not really push after it.
They've done a good job of forcing the rotate out of HellRaisers. Angel and Mo are both over at B site now, but whereas Penta are making the slow crawl over towards A site. It's going to be an A set play with the smokes and flashes coming out. Stavros and Tabson now in position. Crystal covering off the back. Trouble is going to be that lurker that comes through connector. So they're in a very good position, but sadly for them, they've taken so long on this rotate that Mo has suspected this one. He's rotated round. Oh, Dozier has disconnected, but unfortunately he was already dead anyway, so it's not too bad for them. But Trouble getting caught out. They're running into the crosshairs, and HellRaisers have had time to rotate on this one, and they're clearing them out.
Well, look at the time, though. 22 seconds. There's a big nade from the back by Angel.
Too slow.
Yeah, it is too
way
slow.
Too slow.
And this is what I don't get from Penta. They get the opening kill. They should push with it.
Stavros has got that opening kill over at B-side almost every single round. Look at his score. He's got 18 kills. He's miles ahead of the rest of the team. And this is all coming from the B play. He's going in towards that B, that van, and getting the kill every single round. But nobody on Penta is backing him up. He's not getting the support. I don't understand it. They could be smashing HellRaisers right now, but as it is, we're at a tied game.
Let's see if they change things up here. Just 1 round to go. There's the peek out. Actually, Mo spraying from window and actually got a headshot there onto Trouble. It was a bit of a wild spray. He was actually flashed when he was doing that as well. So all credit to Mo. Comes out with 25 HP left. Got himself a kill. Here is Stavros again. Headed towards
Two
B.
of them waiting for him this time.
You think they seem to have learnt by now, and there we go. Angel will deal with him. This round surely going to HellRaisers.
Oh, we'll see, we'll see. There's 2 of them at short. Tabson at connector. Tabson is going to get the opener on towards Moo. Now, are they going to keep and follow this one through? Tabson checking out short. They've smoked off short, so he's safe to push. 2 of them going through jungle as well. I don't think Kuja's going to be expecting the jungle push, but instead they just come out straight through crosshairs, gets the CZ out, not quite in time. Crystal manages to gun him down, but Adrian will find the bomb carrier. Now that bomb loose in sandwich. Crystal with it all to do in a 1-on-3. He gets one. He's got an Angel coming behind him. He's going to get caught out from the side here. Easy kill for Angel. And HellRaisers do manage to just about come out on top 8-7. Gotta feel actually Penta could have done more with that one. But as it is, they're in a very good situation to take the game now over on CT side.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt it was actually a fantastic terrorist half for them here on Mirage. I agree with you in the fact that why not... You know, you don't have to do every round that you get your opening frag and push with it, but I feel if they've done that, you know, 2 of the times, even 3 of the times when Stavros got the opening kill, they would have picked up even more rounds on that terrorist side. They're kind of it's their game to lose almost, though, I feel now. 7 rounds, moving on to CT side. They've got everything going for them.
It was a weird situation where, like, Stavros got through and was in sight. As into the point that...
Twice that happened as well.
More than twice. I think it was a number of times. And they were in mid, so they could have easily just gone straight up short, and they had control. They'd smoked off connector. But for some reason, they decided, you know what, let's actually slowly make the rotate back all the way around to A. And they did it so many times. They could have picked up so many more rounds there. HellRaisers look really shaky on Mirage right now.
Well, they've got to kind of buck that trend, haven't they? They need to pick things up here. Starting off with a pistol. We've seen them in 3 pistols so far today. They've won all 3 of them. So statistically, they're doing really well on pistol rounds today. But
this is a real tough ask for them, though. Penta... You would assume on the CT side, it's the easier side for them. While they're They used to not be as coordinated. It seems that things are starting to come together for Penta. You know, they've got really talented individual players, but what they were lacking was the teamwork to take down the top teams that are in the Pro League. You know, obviously we were talking about, I was talking about how they were basically crap the last few weeks. But that's in comparison to the best teams in the world right now. They're all competing in the Pro League. You know, to compete with the other 11 teams in here, they have to be on their top of their game. Maybe, just maybe, they're starting to find that little bit of form. HellRaisers looked incredible against Dignitas, but don't know what's happened in the 10-15-minute break we had, because they've just seemed to fell asleep. Maybe Vladislavia is in the office and maybe just needs to clip him around the ear and get them back playing together, because a little motivational speech maybe needed at half-time there for them.
Well, I mean, they've played a fair few games as we see Crystal getting dinked. Gets aim punched back, but Tabson says, no worries, bro, I'll sort it out for you. Takes the head off Kucha. So really good opening here for Penta. And there's a decoy thrown down into the corner. And a slow round here for HellRaisers. And I feel like Penta, you know, their style kind of leads to this. You've got a lot of lurkers. You've got a lot of guys who are just going to start randomly pushing. I think that's going to be hard to deal with for HellRaisers.
Look at Crystal. Look how aggressive Crystal is. He's given all the information saying, guys, there is nobody in B apartments. And Stavros immediately making the rotate. Tabs are making the rotate. They are set up and ready for HellRaisers now.
And HellRaisers have spent so much time.
Yeah, Strux is on his way as well. Crystal's just give the call. It's like, there is nobody here. They're all coming A.
There come the flashes. Smoke's going to drop as well. Dozier, though, with his deagle will find Tabs, and this grenade needs to be big. He actually gets one right back there, and Dozier will find his second frag, and all of a sudden, they've got themselves into the site. Bomb is planted, and now just Strux and Crystal stay alive. Here is Crystal. They did hear footsteps there. He's managed to come around the back. Can Dozier finish him off? He will. That's 3 now this round for Dozier. And last man is Strux, 1v4, all of them full health, 2 of them have got armor, and there's even a smoke if they need it. Oh, there's a flying angel, corpse mid-air. And there's the smoke I was talking about, which makes it even harder now for Strux. Almost taking that man. I thought he was just going to go for the knife there. Actually, he's probably going to die here with that bomb exploding. Survives it with 30 health. Adrian and Dozier also come through, and HellRaisers win another pistol, but that's again, I don't think they should have won that one, because, as we mentioned, Crystal pushed all the way up through B-Apps. They saw, okay, there's nobody here. Then you sent all your other players over then to that A site, and you should be able to hold it. Not the case here for Penta, and HellRaisers go 9-7 up with 2 Galils, UMP, and 2 AKs. So, still a fairly risky one here. Penta actually going with armor in this second round, so we'll see if they can turn it on its head as Dignitas did in our second game of the day, or HellRaisers' first game of the day.
Yeah, that was a really weird round. Penta was set up for that one and just didn't land the shots individually, which is a little awkward. Kucha takes down Troubly. Troubly was going a little too aggressive over on A. A completely open right now. Penta were set up for B, but HellRaisers, you can see with the bomb in play, Kucha's now going to collect that one. Is it going to go over towards A? No, they're going to keep on pushing towards B, despite the fact they've just opened A up. So this time Stavros and Crystal are in the right place. Crystal could sneak right up behind them here. I think Angel just heard him. Yeah, I think Angel just heard him coming. That was unfortunate. Stavros all alone with his 5-7. Not going to be able to do anything, and a pretty much clear round for HellRaisers overall. 10-7, good start on the CT and the T side. It's going to be another save for Penta, so they could get themselves a good head of steam here. And we'll wait to see whether Penta, who have had a very good opportunity to get themselves right in this one on the pistol, they're going to have to get themselves a solid CT side set up in the end here. Again, a little awkward. Buys. Mo going with that Tech 9 after being taken down in the previous round. Still sticking with the Galils as you should.
Yeah. And the Tech 9 there for Mo.
Troubly gone really aggressive. He's actually gone down A ramp right now, so he's getting a good information gathering. They know that they're in mid. Troubly is completely giving them all the vision they need.
Yeah, and the fact is that actually pressuring there a little bit on connector as well. Need to be careful that they don't get overrun. Where was that shot from onto Crystal? Not quite so sure.
Oh, Adrian's going to find trouble. He's not looking. Doesn't matter. Stavros down as well on site. So Penta is like, while they can get all the information they can, when you've only got pistols, it's really tricky to hold them back.
Oh. dozier will finish off Crystal. There was that one kill onto Mo. They actually know they've heard the guy dropping down there into underpass. dozier only got a few health left. And Strux has got himself a Tech 9. All you need to win a round. One flashbang and a Tech 9. Bombs in B, Strux.
Kucha's going to see him in a second. He's tucked himself in connector. Kucha's the man that's in Palace. He's just been holding. In fact, he's just sat in that Palace the entire round. Strux is just going to hold onto this Tech 9. Angel's kind of looking for him, but they don't really want to lose their AKs either, so that they don't feel there's too much out there. They know that Mo's the only man that's gone down. They know the only gun he had was a Tech 9, so it's not really worth hunting him down at the moment. You could lose those rifles instead. So it's better off to just let him keep hold of the gun. 11-7, HellRaisers. Over to you, Penta. Now you're going to get the real guns. What can you do with them?
This is where I'm interested to see how their defense shapes up. Will Crystal be getting himself an AWP? Let's find out. He will. He gets given the Tech 9 as well for backup. So Fallout, I mean, not even. If you look, there's no head armor, which, you know, against those AK is going to be less of an issue. Galil's, though, might be a different matter. We'll have a look, see how this one works out there. Early grenades down middle. Not really doing much damage. I think he did 8 damage to Adrian.
Kucha the lurker in Palace. Crystal took the AWP to the toll booth, but unfortunately they're not there. Stavros will win out. I'll tell you what, he's got B-site in lockdown. Yes, all day long. Mo does manage to find Tapson. Tapson was the man in window that was trying to cause the peak. Crystal, still with that AWP, could cause them problems. Trying to get on top of the toll booth. dozier is the man that's pushing through the smoke, but Strux is set up ready for him in jungle, but looks like Adrian's going to get around the back of him as well as soon as that smoke clears. Oh, he's looked away. He would have seen Strux. Now he sees him. There we go. dozier will manage to land the shot. Doesn't matter though. Crystal gets one. He's in a great position to defend this.
There's that one man from Palace. There's one tucked away in the side there as well. So even if they manage to get rid of Crystal,
they did.
It's going to be trouble. Who's just going to peek out and say, what up, mate? You're not going to get the planting for this round. Gets a second one as well. Not checking the corners there. And Penta going to win their first CT round. Bit of a weird one again for me, the whole smoking connector, but then go away anyway. Just obviously delaying you lots and lots and lots of time.
Yeah, that was a real issue. That was Kucha's fault entirely. Kucha should have checked that corner, no doubt about it. Like, you know, you're coming into plant, you expect Kucha to have looked at that position because he's the guy that was on the platform from Palace. But Crystal caught a glimpse of the last second there before that molly came in. But that's given Tabs a good cover and all the information he needed to just gun down Adrian as he comes up connector.
Mo will pick off Strux, so at least exchanging in the early round.
The boost not worked.
Wow. Crystal gets that one as well. Let's see. Adrian, Angel, both down. Crystal still got his scope trained towards connector. He's not actually sure if any more have come up there. They haven't, as it happens.
Mo's gone around to Palace. He's going to get a vision of Tapson and Crystal right now if he peeks. But Crystal is ready for this one. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Peeka's advantage? No, it ain't. This time around, Crystal will shut down Mo. And now dozier and Kucha coming up. They're going straight into the sights of Crystal.
It's a good opening frag into the site, though, for dozier, but he took a lot of damage.
Stavros is coming. They're going to have to push now because Stavros is going to be behind them in a couple of seconds.
Oh, Crystal probably shouldn't have missed that shot. It might cost them here. Kucha comes around, and here is Stavros just holding on to that walk key. And it's all on dozier. 10 health, 2 men to find. Stavros is going to come in for an easy kill on this one, and he'll get the defuse as well. It's another round for Penta. Took him a while here, HellRaisers, to get into that bomb site. And by the time they did, they had no HP left anyway. It's going to be 11-9. HellRaisers still in the lead, but for how long?
Stavros had the option to go for the second AWP there, but they chose to just keep the one for Crystal. So, choosing not to double AWP it up, which you do often see, actually, on the CT side of Mirage, as it is. Penta do get themselves the good round on the board. HellRaisers could afford to buy back on this one, though, and they've gone double AWP. So Angel this time, did he get a good spawn? No. Didn't even get a good spawn, just saw it take the AWP. Okay. Looks like he's going to take it and challenge B.
Well, we'll figure it out. Stavros has been moderately aggressive, I think it's fair to say. But that's going to put a spanner in the works. Smoke down at the end. AWP's got nothing there to work with. They've surely heard them in middle as well. Angel. I like this from Penta, not giving them any opportunities to get those shots off. And HellRaisers with 1 minute of the round to go, stacking up with 3 men towards middle. This grenade could be really painful. We'll take about half of Dozier's health. Who's going to be boosting who? It will be Angel to peek over.
Trouble is peeking into ramp as well. He's going to find Adrian down ramp while this happens. So this could cut them off here. That flash is going to be on point, but just a little too late. And Adrian does get himself one down in ramp while that was happening. Angel managed to find one. Now they're pushing up connector. Tabson in jungle with Crystal giving the crossfire as well. The information's going to be coming out. Doesn't matter. Tabson doesn't care. He manages to get himself a double. And Mo now all alone as Dozier gets taken out. And he's going to switch out. The AK is probably the best weapon of choice here, but they have themselves a good setup. Tabson's going around, so they're both going to be coming from CT spawn. Stavros covering off the back. Mo running headlong into Crystal. And a solid defense coming out from Penta once again. And this is what we were talking about. This was the worry when HellRaisers went 8-7 in the first half. This was the problem, because if you can get a bit of momentum going on the CT side, you can really start to cause problems. And now HellRaisers are forced onto an eco. It gives Penta that advantage, and we could well be seeing an 11-11 tie.
Well, let's find out what is the plan here for HellRaisers. I see 4 of them actually stacked up in middle. And 1 man will be pushing over towards this B-bomb site. Just going to bait all the grenades out that they can. Try and leave them a little short-handed on that B-bomb site. That's a great flash, actually, from Tabs, and he won't know it. And actually, there is a peek coming out. Can he get the kills? He won't. Crystal is there to give him a backup. Adrian, though, will take out Trouble in its kill for kill at the moment, but the advantage stays with Penta at 3-on-2, but bomb is planted. Adrian's got himself an M4, but 1v3, not going to happen for him. Crystal, actually, with the USP, will finish things off. The defuse comes in, and we are tied up at 11-11.
Crystal with another triple. That AWP is starting to make a serious impact on the game for him. And you can see now he's catching up Stavros. Stavros, he picked up, what, 18 frags, I think it was, over on the T side. Really hasn't been tested over on B too often here. He's been pretty much the focus for HellRaisers so far, but 11-11. AK is back in the hands of HellRaisers. They're really struggling to start making a dent on them. Penta sticking still with just that singular AWP on Crystal, and you know, they don't really need any more. Is that going to land? It's not quite going to hop up on there, so that's not covering off the window. That's where the focus was, also the jump shot not working, and that's given Crystal open freedom. Oh, should have landed the second one potentially. He's going to flash himself out. It's going to cause problems. Adrian, though, tries to go aggressive, but Struck shuts him down. And this is surely all going to go Penta's way now.
Yeah, I can't see it happening. Otherwise, Mo is going to fall. And
how did he miss that?
Kusha all alone, bombs up on top of stairs, which is literally the worst position it could be in. Crystal will nail him.
Crystal's picked up 8, 9 frags in the last 3 rounds, I think. Yeah. He is starting to really dent HellRaisers' hopes. That was an AK round, and they're going straight for it again. They can afford to buy back up because they've lost, what, the last 5 rounds running. So they can obviously start to get that bonus of being a loser. But at least to try and bring you back in there. But this is starting to obviously build up a bank for Penta, because they've, to the last few rounds, they've not lost too many bodies.
They certainly haven't. They've been fairly clean for them. It's been slow
Oh, there's two nades.
Yeah, that was actually really nice. Nades over the top to get the man saying off for the smokes. There is Tabson. He will grab himself a double and just changes the flow of this round completely. They spotted Troubley in the back of the side, finally clearing him out, and now it's a double for Dozier, who takes out Troubley, takes out Tabson. Strux is going to come around the side, though. Should be able to pick up one easy kill. Completely blind there on that one. And now it's Angel, all alone. Got no flashes or smokes to work with. Up against two, and Stavros basically just needs to throw his nades in his direction and, you know, just soften up the target a little bit.
Got to get the bomb plant down. This is the problem, and that's why they're stood back. They're waiting. As soon as he goes for it, Stavros comes out. Should be an easy kill for him. Took a little second chance at doing it though, but nonetheless, 13-11. Despite the fact they had a full clear take on the A site, didn't even need the retake. Just didn't get the bomb down quick enough, and now. Well, they are starting to force it as Galil's coming out now for HellRaisers. They're starting to realise the danger of the situation, the problems they're creating for themselves on the CT side, sorry. Yeah,
not a strong CT half at all. And you can't really peek mid at this point because you know that Crystal, with that AWP, is going to cause you problems. Stavros here, going to go aggressive, gets taken out this time. They will pay the price. Let's see if Strux can do the goods here from the bricks on short. Wow. He can't quite get a kill. Did a decent amount of damage to Mo.
This is tricky. This has got to be a HellRaisers round now. They're in a perfect position. Adrian's just taking their Tabson as well in mid. There's Crystal going down with the AWP, and Trouble is just going to run. Not even a challenge for this one. Hasn't got the money. He's one of the few on the Penta side that are hurting for cash. Adrian's on the hunt though, and Trouble, well, he should be in a position to find him here. They're going to be both coming around this corner and surprising one another in a moment. It's going to be Trouble that loses out. So, perfect round for HellRaisers. Sadly for them, they're going to need a couple more of them. Penta should be able to buy themselves back into this one. Trouble is the only one that's short. Strux could possibly pass him a FAMAS. I think Penta should be able to get themselves back in this one okay. Yeah, it's past the FAMAS.
Going to be costly, though, if they lose this one. We'll see. All about these opening frags. And again, we saw Stavros going aggressive in B. He had two men there, which I think is basically the reason why he died. If it was one single one, might have had the aim to pull that one off. But
no smoke on Palace right now. And then both Mu and Kucha are there. Mu's about to get a peek around as well. So he gets the free look on Tabson. There's the smoke, but it's too late. Damage been done. The opener possibly coming in. Crystals just took a grenade to his legs as well. Troubley going down. A-site once again is crumbling.
Flashes over the top. Spotted ahead there, did Crystal, but
missing the jungle smoke. They're missing the jungle smoke. They're giving Crystal the opportunity to get free shots here. Now I think I just heard the smoke coming out. There we go. Now they've got the smoke down. It's a little delayed. But 5 members of HellRaisers on site. Penta are going for the save. They're running.
Well, certainly need to. Pretty much spending everything that they had that last round. And it's going to leave us tied at 13-13. Let's see now if they hunt these weapons down. Would certainly be a big bonus for HellRaisers if they can stop these two M4s.
They're pushing
and
perfectly.
More importantly, that AWP.
Look at the minimap. Look where they're going. Look at the positions. They know exactly where they are. They're hunted. Adrian's coming from the side. Angel from underpass. Kucha coming from B. They're all going to collapse, and they're waiting for that timer to finish. Adrian comes around, gets himself one. Adrian got the other as well. Crystal's the only man standing, and well, just about hangs on to that AWP. HellRaisers did a really good job of tracking down those weapons.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they knew where they were going to be, roughly whereabouts, collapsing nicely. I think well played, actually, from HellRaisers that they, by Penta, that they actually, you know, kept Crystal safe almost by losing the other two guys, so just wasting time.
They left Crystal. Crystal's the only man with a weapon. They've 5-man stacked A site. They're hoping that it's an A play, but sadly for them, HellRaisers are going to B by the looks of it.
Well, a couple of guys went off towards that B site. Still a couple of middle and one by that terrorist spawn. Bomb, in fact, is all the way over on the T side of T spawn.
They're running into Penta. Oh, the Angels spoiled the surprise party there as he takes down Tabson. Still, it looks like they're going to pick the bomb. Yeah, they're going short.
Orp, though, is focusing on that. Oh, Crystal misses a shot. And actually getting tagged up there a little bit. Not losing too much health, though, so he's still good for another couple. There is the kill onto Adrian.
they're going to want to rescue that M4 as well. Angel, though, sat ready for Stavros to come around the corner. Crystal's got herself a second. That's 2 weapons loose in mid. Well, Angel is aware of that, and he's just going to sit and cover it off. Strux wants to try and get around there, get his hands on it, but don't think it's going to be allowed. The bomb plant coming in from Kucha now over on B. Not going to challenge on Crystal. He's got a little support with Troubley and Strux nearby. Strux sitting in sandwich. I don't think they're going to chase this one down. It's already cost them 2 AKs. But this is going to be 14-13 for HellRaisers. So they've got themselves a really good go at winning this game back out again. Picking these last 3 rounds up now, back to back. However, with Penta saving in that round, they will be able to buy themselves back up. This is going to go all the way, Joe.
All the way to a possible overtime.
Strux is going to try and sneak in and get an M4. Let's see if Kucha allows it. Oh, Mo's just around the corner. He really wants to hop. He can see it. It was worth it. Worth the risk.
AK right next to. Didn't get it, though. And that will be 14-13 then to HellRaisers. 2 more rounds needed, but it's been difficult for them so far to get to this point. I mean, let's not forget that they started CT side, won the pistol, and still only came out 8-7 in that one. So not the strongest CT side that they could have hoped for. Making up for it somewhat at this point, though. Closing in on victory.
There we go. That's the one, the smoke they lacked in the previous round where Mo was able to get himself a free shot from Palace. Gonna wait for it to clear out. Tabson's gone aggressive and pushed down ramp, actually. He might phone Kucha. If he goes a little further, Kucha's just around the corner. Adrian also coming this way, so could be a little surprise factor there, but Tabson moves back. May get a glimpse. He's still not looking. We can see, you can see them in the X-ray now. Mo's going to get caught out on the side. Damage done, AWP down. Troubley now moves into position. Dozier pushes on through, but Crystal got himself the kill on Angel. Troubley, undetected so far, gets himself another. Damage really starting to cause a problem here. HellRaisers in trouble. Crystal smoked off on Toll Booth, but he could get a boost up, gets a little peek, didn't manage to land the shot, and that may well be the problem. Adrian all alone. HellRaisers, what can he do? Can he keep them in this one? This would take them to match point, but Penta, they will be in such a great situation if they pick this round up, and it's looking almost possible. Stavros will get the kill. We are all tied 14-14. What's the money like? HellRaisers can afford to buy. This is going to be a complete buy from both of these teams. This round is literally the game breaker.
Sadly for Penta, actually, there's not a whole ton of money there for them, but enough at least for this one. Get it in there, get those Kevlars. Decent assortment of grenades as well. So they're all right. They're all right for this round. Well, let's see. We're going to see Crystal headed over towards B. See if he can find an early pick towards the end of those apartments. There's going to be no one there for him.
No one at window this time. So they've really not had much success in that window, Penta. In fact, neither team, honestly. Which has left pretty much open for Dozier to just run straight on. And he's going to smoke off and flash himself into Connect here. Tabson completely flashed out. That counter grenade, though, does the damage. Gets the damage down on Dozier, and Stavros will get the kill from short. So good cover fire. Angel with the revenge on Tabson. And HellRaisers in a great position. Trouble is all alone on A site right now. He needs the support. Stavros coming from short as is Strux.
2 smokes here for HellRaisers, but why aren't they throwing them? There we go. Finally, they'll put one down towards CT Sport. He's just spotted Adrian, said, oh, wow, Adrian, how did he come out on top of that? Or more importantly, how the hell did Troubley not kill him there before he spins around and frags him? It's now all on Strux, who, as I said before, they didn't really have much money. They had to spend everything they had for this round. So he's going to try and save this M4. I think he's also got a couple of grenades there with him. In fact, he's basically got a full load.
Yeah, he's just
2 flashes, smoke, and a HE, plus a kit. That's an expensive load of items that he's got. Killing Strux now would be massive.
Yeah, they've got to hunt him down. They've got the money. They've got the round. There's enough cash on them to go and buy AKs. Again, they have to try and find him. They know roughly where he's going to be, but it's a risk to try and collapse him out there. Strux with this single M4. What else can they get? I think it's going to be FAMASs across the board if they can stretch that much. I don't even think they can stretch for that. That's going to be, I'm going to say there's a FAMAS being tossed out there. Crystal doing what they can. This is going to be a real shoddy buy for Penta to try and draw things to overtime. HellRaisers may well have just done it. They may well have got themselves the game here.
They've done the right thing, though, actually sacrificing a couple of people so that they could buy FAMASs and drop them then for the people that have got enough money to buy armor as well. So basically, you stack out 2 players and hope that those 2 players come up big for you. It's going to be Stavros and Tabzan. Strux, let's not forget, had his weapons from that last round, but Mo's going to kill Tabzan, and that's one of the FAMASs, your armor man there as well. And HellRaisers are just going to push on through.
The weapons, sadly for them, went to B site. They were expecting a B site play, Stavros and Strux. Now the rotates come out. Strux has got back around. Crystal's there, but he's only got a pistol. Just the P250. Stavros is also coming through. He's going to come up connector, but this is a really tricky retake for them. HellRaisers with a 5-man defense, watching every single angle, and more importantly, Mo. They've got to push through the smoke into the crosshairs of Mo, and when he's on point like this, he's not missing, gets himself a second. It is going to be the game for HellRaisers. 16-14 the final score. But by God, Penta pushed them there, and considering they've got to play on Cash next, after the next matchup, that was not easy for HellRaisers. It should have been a much more secure game.
It should have been, especially considering they start CT side, they win pistol, they convert round 2 and 3 as well. So they're sat there with 3-0 on the strong side and only win 8-7. That just shows you that their CT side was just not
And honestly,
good today.
You look at the T side could have been even stronger for Penta, and it should have been. The amount of opening frags Stavros was getting over at B site without getting support, without any revenge killings, could have been even big. It could have been a 10-5, honestly, for Penta in the T side. But as it was, you got to give credit to HellRaisers. They managed to get a good T side as well. So,
and a win's a win at the end of the day. It may not have been pretty there for HellRaisers, but a 16-14 gives them the 3 points, and they continue that climb. As we said, our final game of the day will once again feature HellRaisers and Penta. That'll be on Cash. But coming up next, we have the game of the day, the one you've all been waiting for. TSM versus Ninjas in Pajamas. We'll be coming back in just a few minutes to bring you that one, so don't go anywhere.